Welcome back everyone to a special World Cup edition of Inside the Data. We've analysed the data behind the knockout matches and the much loved or hated penalty shootout. In the group stage, a goal puts you ahead. In knockout matches, a goal puts you either on the brink of elimination or progression, because there's no second chances. So what does the data say about World Cup knockout matches, and what is the betting angles that we should be looking out for? Let's dig into the data to find out. Lesson number 1, the first goal. Scoring first usually means winning. Across football at the highest level, research consistently shows that if you score first, you win approximately 62 to 65% of the time. In knockout football, where there's no draws, there's no second chances, and there's no margin for error, that is significantly amplified. The reason the first goal in football, especially in knockout matches, is so significant and so powerful, it's not just a psychological one, it's a tactical one. Because the first goal changes everything, especially in World Cup knockout matches. But even just in any match, the game changes. The longer the clock ticks down, the lower the probability of a comeback, and that probability significantly drops after the 60-minute mark. Time is not neutral in any football game, especially in knockout tournaments. And that becomes the focal point of any team, winning or losing, especially in a knockout game. Lesson number 2, the timing of the first goal. Not all first goals are equal, and the data reflects that. A goal scored in the first 20 minutes changes the entire contest. The team that goes behind has time to reorganise, reshape, make substitutions that are tactical. And the leading team likewise, but can defend and just counter-attack, knowing all they need to do is keep their opponents out. Psychologically, 70 minutes of chasing is very different to 10-15 minutes, especially in knockout matches. So a goal in the last 20 minutes creates a different kind of pressure entirely. Decisions are made in haste, the leading side can wear the clock down, and the chasing team has to take more risks, all in aid of scoring quickly or ultimately going home. In both cases, scoring first always holds an advantage, but the timing determines so much. When normal time and extra time can't separate teams, it comes down to what every football fan dreads for their own team. But every data analyst finds so fascinating: penalty shootouts. So let's look at penalty shootouts next. Lesson number 3, penalty shootouts. 35 World Cup shootouts. 3 World Cups decided on penalties. The first thing you hear, it's a lottery. The data suggests otherwise. The overall conversion rate in World Cup shootouts sits at approximately 70%, whereas in normal matches, open play penalty situations, that figure is significantly higher at 75 to 80%. The same kick, the same distance, the same goal. Yet the conversion rate drops when World Cups are on the line. That gap doesn't appear by chance. It's a measurable effect of pressure, preparation, and psychology of a skill that ultimately should be the same every time. The team that goes into a shootout having prepared, identifying takers, their order, and studied the opposition's goalkeeper convert at a higher rate than those that take it as a lottery. What the data does consistently show, however, is the psychological pressure of the team kicking second is real, and it's measurable. Usually because it's to stay in the game rather than to take the lead. That changes a player's mentality and which could affect their execution. And with 5 spot kicks, the weight compounds every kick. Penalties aren't a lottery, they're a high pressure skill test. Lesson number 4, England. The data can be fixed. England's relationship with penalties is the most documented and most painful in World Cup history. Knockout 3 times in 5 tournaments, and the data shows a consistent story. Poor preparation or no preparation, and ultimate hope. But then came 2018 when England beat Colombia on penalties in round 16, even missing one of those penalties for only their second ever World Cup shootout win. So what changed? The goalkeeping preparation on their opponents, taker orders were preset and rehearsed, psychological coaching became a formality and a norm, and these things were all previously ignored for decades. And what happened? The results changed, they won. The lesson isn't England here, it applies to every team this year, which is which team will do their homework. Lesson number 5, goalkeepers win shootouts. Here is the data point that most people miss entirely when analysing penalty shootouts. The goalkeeper is the most important player in a penalty shootout. Emilio Martinez turned the shootout into a psychological contest before a single penalty was taken in the 2022 World Cup final. And that preparation was deliberate and specific. And those mind games were documented and calculated, prepared from a detailed analysis of each French taker's tendencies. It was data that was amplified under pressure, and ultimately that is what won Argentina the World Cup in 2022. In betting markets, the goalkeeper shootout record and current form are consistently underpriced. The assumption is that the outfield player determines the result, when in fact the data across 40 years of World Cup shootouts shows that one elite penalty stopper can shift a team's shootout probability significantly. So look out for the goalkeeper. So what does the data tell us? Score first, and the data shows you win more. Timing of the first goal matters, not just who scored it. Penalties aren't a lottery, they're a pressure test. The goalkeeper is the most important player in a penalty shootout, and the market consistently underestimates the data. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be a brilliant knockout stages. Hope everybody enjoys it.